Today we're going to be diving into the world of sustainable entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
With this book we got called Sustainable Entrepreneurship, a guide to strategic business management for small entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah. Dressler.
Mark Dressler, yeah.
Mark Dressler, yeah. Dense book.
Yeah, so we've got some excerpts, and we're going to break down kind of like the most important stuff.
Most important
bits for all of y'all out there.
Especially if you're trying to run a business in 2025.
Yeah.
Like, come on, give me a break. There's a lot going on.
Seriously.
So we'll pull out the key themes, and most importantly, how can you actually use this stuff? Actionable takeaways.
Actionable takeaways. I like that. So let's jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Chapters 1 and 2 kind of like set the stage, right?
Big picture.
Big picture. Why this whole sustainability thing even matters.
Right.
Dressler talks about all this change happening in the world. Globalization,
yeah.
Climate change, values are shifting.
Look.
It's a lot. It's very 2025.
Very 2025.
He even uses the wine industry as like an example.
Well, that's a good one.
I thought that was very clever.
Yeah, because it really highlights the need to adapt.
Yeah.
Right? Like businesses, us
Yeah.
as people, all of us, we've got to be more adaptable.
Totally.
There's this crazy fact in here.
Okay, hit me.
Over 20,000 companies in Japan.
Whoa.
Over 100 years old.
No way.
Some are over 1,000 years old.
Okay, wait, hold on. Like 1,000 years old?
That's insane, right?
That is wild.
Think about that. Wars, economic crashes.
They've seen it all.
Probably the invention of the krona.
Oh, yeah.
And they survived. So they say the secret.
Okay, yeah, what's the secret? I'm ready.
Stay small, family run, and like a core belief. Something beyond just profit. No?
So it's like they're playing the long game
Yes.
instead of just chasing trends.
Long.
Makes me think about like my sourdough starter.
Oh,
You
interesting.
have to nurture it. Be patient, not just expect like instant gratification.
I'm not going to get that bread right away.
It takes time, yeah. It's about building something that lasts.
Exactly. And Dressler, he connects this to like how external forces, they can shake up whole industries.
Oh, for sure.
Like climate change. He uses the example of how it's impacting wine production.
Right.
That's a big deal for a lot of winemakers.
Yeah, no kidding.
You can't just ignore that.
Nope. And he also talks about the rise of natural wines.
Oh, yeah.
All the tech that's changing how wine is made. It's
like everything's changing.
the whole industry's in this weird transition phase. Like
Yeah.
trying to date in the metaverse,
Ooh, okay.
Exciting, but also kind of terrifying.
A little bit of both.
Definitely both. So this brings us to our first actionable takeaway.
Okay, I'm ready. Me.
Think about your own field, right?
Yeah.
It could be anything, marketing, tech,
Casket weaving.
whatever. What are those long-term trends out there?
What's going to hit you?
Yeah, how's AI gonna climate change?
Climate change, yeah.
Whatever the next TikTok thing is.
Ooh, yeah, that's a big one.
How's that gonna affect you, and what are like those core values
Core values.
that you're bringing to your work?
That's a good one.
It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, right?
Oh, for sure.
But gotta zoom out, see the bigger picture.
Big picture.
Okay, so moving on to chapter 3, Dressler really gets into the world of management.
Ooh, management. Fun.
He covers all these different styles, structures, decision-making processes.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack.
It's a lot. It's a
But
lot.
it's good stuff.
Oh, it's good. It's really good.
He gives us a breakdown of what he calls it, functional management.
Right.
Planning, organizing, staffing, all that.
All that jazz.
And thankfully, he criticizes that old school autocratic management style.
Oh, thank
My
you.
way or the highway.
Yeah.
Oh.
So out
It's
there.
like wearing Crocs to a Michelin star restaurant.
Oh, that's a good one.
Come on, step it up.
Right.
He's really all about collaboration and adaptability.
Like in today's world,
Everything's changing.
everything is constantly changing. Businesses need to be, what's the word? Agile.
Agile.
And constantly
Reviewing,
adjusting their plans, which, to be honest, sometimes feels like,
Yeah.
trying to nail jelly to a wall.
It's a good one. I like that.
So-
But think about it like this. You wouldn't use the same recipe for a birthday cake and a wedding cake.
True.
You gotta adjust based on the occasion, the ingredients, who you're serving. Same goes for managing projects,
Right.
even your own life.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
All connected.
It is.
So, actionable takeaway number 2. How can you make your work or your projects, or maybe even your dating life,
Oh, there we go.
more adaptable? Are you clinging to outdated methods, like sending snail mail, love letters when everyone's on Tinder?
Oh, the struggle is real.
And are you creating a collaborative environment?
Right.
Because let's be real, none of us can do it all solo.
Yeah.
Like, we need our sous chefs, our line hooks, our dishwashers,
I love that analogy.
Work.
All right, so let's move on to chapter 4. Dressler gets like
Strategy time.
Yeah, he calls it mapping your core.
Mapping your course.
What I found interesting here is it's not just about like reacting to stuff.
Right.
He's talking about making deliberate choices.
Intentional.
Yes, being intentional. He's like, you have to analyze your business environment.
Analyze, yeah.
Like, what's happening around?
What's going on?
What's going on? And try to predict the future a little bit.
Predict the future. Scary.
A little bit.
Crystal ball time.
Yeah, he even mentions using like data analysis tools.
Oh, yeah, I got to get those numbers.
Yeah, get those numbers.
See what's happening.
And of course, he brings up like the classic SWOT analysis.
Oh, yeah, good old SWOT.
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats.
You know, we do it.
We know we should do it.
But do we actually do it?
It's hard to be brutally honest with ourselves sometimes.
It's like trying to critique your own stand-up routine after a show.
Oh, yeah.
You think you killed it, but your friends are like, maybe work on the pacing a little bit.
Yeah,
But you
okay.
gotta be objective.
Do you objective?
Crucial.
Okay, so actionable takeaway number 3.
I'm ready.
Block off some time in your calendar, like actually schedule it.
Oh, yeah, get that calendar out.
And do a real, like, deep dive SWOT analysis.
Deep dive.
What are your SWOTs? Where do you see yourself
Future vision.
in a year, 5 years, 10 years? Don't sugarcoat
Don't
it.
sugarcoat it. Real.
Get real with yourself.
Your roadmap.
Create that
Love
roadmap.
it.
All right, so now chapter 5
Okay.
takes this whole analysis thing like even deeper. Dressler's all about really understanding your landscape,
Okay.
like putting on your detective hat.
Detective hat on.
Yeah, doing some serious sleuthing.
We're solving a mystery here.
He talks about Porter's 5 forces.
Porter's 5 forces. Yeah.
It's a framework for like figuring out how competitive
Oh, yeah.
your industry is, right?
Competition.
You're looking at like how easy is it for new competitors to come in?
Right.
How much power do your suppliers have?
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
All that kind of
Important
stuff.
stuff.
Important stuff. He also emphasizes the importance of like analyzing your own business.
Ooh, look inward.
Look inward, yeah. Not just looking outward.
Not just the competition.
He gives us great example.
Okay, I love examples.
Spanish winery, Somos.
Almost. Okay.
They visited, get this, over 300 other wineries
What?
before they even started their own.
That's dedication.
That's dedication. They wanted to learn from the best,
Yeah.
see what was working, what wasn't. I mean, talk about like doing your research.
That's like a chef staging at every Michelin star restaurant in the city before they open their own place.
The same thing,
It's
right?
the same concept.
They're absorbing all that
All
knowledge,
the techniques.
The
And then they use it to create something amazing.
their own unique thing. Okay, and get this. Dressler also suggests doing some mystery research on your own business.
Ooh, interesting.
It's like being your own secret shopper.
Oh, I
You could send a friend to your store or have someone test out your website,
like honest feedback.
give you honest feedback.
Scary.
It could be scary, but you might learn something.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Hopefully not. So, actionable takeaway number 4. When was the last time you really looked at your competition?
Competitive landscape. Yeah.
Who's out?
Yeah, what are they doing?
What are they up to? And could you benefit from a little mystery research
Little
yourself
mystery, never hurt anybody.
to see how your own business is actually doing?
Yeah, how do you stack up?
How do you stack up?
Like that.
All right, so we covered a lot of ground here in chapters 1 through 5.
A lot of ground.
But there's more to come.
More actionable, take fun.
And more
Don't
fun.
miss it.
All right, so last time we were talking about analyzing the competitive landscape.
Right. And using things like mystery research to understand how our business is actually perceived, like from the outside.
Yeah, totally. Which I think is a perfect transition into chapter 6.
Okay.
Because it's all about innovation.
It is, yeah. But it's not just those like big flashy breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Dressler, he talks about how crucial those incremental improvements are.
Yeah.
Like constantly tweaking the recipe to make it even better.
Exactly. And he really emphasizes understanding industry life cycles and like identifying growth paths. So things like expanding into new markets,
New markets.
developing new products.
Right.
He even brings up the blue ocean strategy.
Ooh.
It's about finding those untapped markets where there's less competition.
Less competition, yeah.
It's kind of like being the only food truck in a desert.
Ooh, I like that.
Everyone's parched. They'll pay top dollar for your like mediocre.
Mediocres. Yeah, exactly. It's about creating your own space instead of fighting for scraps in a crowded market. Now think about Cirque du Soleil.
Okay,
Whistler
yeah.
uses them as an example because they completely revolutionized the circus industry.
Right.
They didn't try to compete with traditional circuses. They made a whole new category, Blue Ocean, with their unique artistic experience.
So actionable takeaway number 5.
Hit me.
Are you stuck in a red ocean of fierce competition?
Red Ocean. Yeah.
Find your own blue ocean. By offering something truly unique, maybe, what are some small innovations
Yeah.
you could implement to make your work or projects stand out? Like, I don't know, a circus-themed tow truck.
Ooh, now there's an idea.
I'd invest.
Okay, chapter 7.
Chapter 7.
All about building a sustainable business model.
The foundation of your entrepreneurial house, as Dressler puts it. He dives into the importance of aligning what you offer, like your value
proposition,
with what your customers actually need.
Give the people what they want.
And managing your supply chain.
Oh, supply chain, that's a whole other...
Which can feel like hurting sometimes.
Especially in 2025.
Especially in 2020.
Supply chains are a mess.
It's like 1 minute you've got all the avocado toast ingredients you need, the next minute avocado extinct.
You never know.
And that's where understanding customer relationship management, CRM, comes in.
Crucial.
It's about building those relationships so your customers stick with you, even when the avocado toast dries.
You got to build that loyalty.
Dressler used espresso as a prime example.
Espresso.
Yeah, they totally changed the coffee game.
They did.
It's convenient, it's high quality, and their business model is all about customer loyalty.
It's true. They really nailed that.
Like a really good drug dealer with a
Essentially,
caffeine.
yeah. Now, the book also highlights the importance of personal branding.
Okay, which is interesting because you'd think in a book about sustainable business, the focus would be on, ability.
Right. You'd think so.
Not necessarily branding.
But it's all connected.
Okay.
Dressler gives this example of a German vintner, Juliane Eller.
Okay.
She made herself the face of her brand, used her personality to connect with customers. You got to put a human face on your business,
I get that people connect with
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
They want to know the story behind the brand, the passion that drives it. It's like with stand-up comedy.
Oh, okay.
You can tell the same joke, but it's the
Delivery.
delivery, the personality, the way you connect with the audience that makes
100%.
it land.
So, actionable takeaway number 6.
All right, hit me.
Is your business model truly customer-centric? Are you building genuine relationships? And how can you use your own unique story, your personality, to make your brand stronger? What's your Juliane Eller move?
That's a great question.
I think a lot of people, especially in the online world, hide behind their logos and their, perfectly curated Instagram feeds.
Oh, yeah, totally.
They forget that authenticity is what resonates with people.
That's true.
All right, let's shift gears a bit to Chapter 8.
Chapter 8, okay.
Dressler focuses on achieving goals.
The rubber meets the road, as they
He
say.
emphasizes planning, controlling, and adapting to change. He even talks about how digital transformation and technology can help businesses achieve their goals.
Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of ironic because technology is often what throws us off course, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like finally master TikTok and then bam, the metaverse explodes and now you're scrambling to learn how to do stand-up in a virtual reality comedy club.
Oh, man.
It's a lot.
The struggle is real.
It's definitely a constant learning curve.
Mhm.
But Dressler's point is that technology, when used strategically, can be a huge asset.
Right, yeah.
He even mentions artificial intelligence being used in the wine industry
Oh, wow.
to analyze aroma.
That is wild.
It's like AI can now tell if your Cabernet Sauvignon is feeling a little stressed from climate change.
That's next.
So, actionable takeaway number 7.
Okay.
How can you use technology to streamline your work or projects? Are you embracing the opportunities of digital transformation, or are you still sending faxes and using dial-up?
I mean, some of us are.
Come on, get with the times.
I'm kidding.
And speaking of things that can throw us off course, Dressler doesn't shy away from the topic of crisis management.
Okay.
Yeah, because let's be real, in 2025, stuff
happens all the
a
time.
lot. He stresses the importance of early detection.
Yeah.
So being able to spot those potential crises before they blow up,
Right. Get ahead of it.
and then taking timely action to, mitigate risks.
It's kind of like having a smoke detector in your kitchen.
Ooh, I like that.
You'd rather go off when your toast is slightly burnt than when your whole apartment is on.
Exactly. Better safe than sorry. Now, here's what I find really interesting.
Okay.
Dressler doesn't just see crises as negative events. He actually believes they can be opportunities for growth and innovation.
Okay, that's a good way to look at
It's like, hey, maybe that kitchen fire will inspire you to become a world-renowned pastry chef.
There you go.
You gotta find the silver.
So the final actionable for this part.
All right, let's hear it.
Are you prepared for potential crises? And how can you turn those challenges into opportunities?
Turn those lemons into lemons.
Yeah, how can you use those metaphorical kitchen fires to refine your recipes and make your business, your life even more delicious? In the last 2 parts, we really got into Mark Dressler's book, Sustainable Entrepreneurship, uncovering those key elements of building a business that's both profitable and purpose-driven.
Right, not just about the money, it's about making a difference too.
Exactly. So in this final part, let's distill everything down to some actual advice, stuff you can actually use. Actionable steps. There we go. Because we talked about a lot. We went deep. Long-term thinking, adaptability, innovation, understanding your customers,
All that tech, all that.
leveraging technology. But how do you actually put all that together?
Right, where do you even begin?
Yeah, where do you start?
Well, Dressler, he gives us a framework in this final chapter.
Yeah.
He called it get this, the Sustainable Entrepreneurial Management System Paradigm.
Okay, that sounds a little
Intimidating.
yeah, a little intimidating. Like something you need a PhD to understand.
It's not as complicated as it sounds.
Okay.
Just think of it as like a roadmap
Okay.
for building a truly sustainable business. It starts with defining your vision and values.
Okay.
What do you want to achieve with your business? What impact do you want to have on the world? What principles will guide your decisions, you know?
So it's about have a strong sense of purpose.
Exactly. Your purpose is your North Star. It guides everything you do.
I like that.
Once you have a clear vision and set of values, then you can start to develop your strategy.
Okay. And that's where all those tools and frameworks we discussed, right?
Exactly.
SWOT analysis, Porter's 5 forces,
All
scenario
those good
planning, all that good stuff. They help you like understand your landscape, identify opportunities and threats, and like make those informed decisions.
Smart choice. Make smart
Choices. Yeah. And remember, strategy isn't about like sticking to a
No,
rigid.
no.
It's got to be
It's
flexible,
about being flexible.
adapting to change.
Gotta roll with the
You know,
punches.
it's about being agile, as Jessler says, which, let's be honest, can sometimes feel like trying to do yoga in a city.
Ooh, yeah,
Easy.
not easy.
It's tough. Okay, so next step is to build a strong and sustainable business model.
Right, the foundation.
Which, like, what does that even mean?
It means creating a model that generates value for all stakeholders.
Oh.
Your customers, employees, your suppliers, investors, and the community. It means being mindful of your environmental footprint, respecting human rights, and promoting fair labor practices.
So it's about thinking beyond profit.
Absolutely. A truly sustainable business model considers the social and environmental impact of its operations. It's about creating a positive ripple effect that extends far beyond your company wall.
Okay, I love that. But let's get practical for a second.
Yeah.
Like, what are some specific things people can do to make their business more sustainable?
There's so many possibilities. It depends on your industry, your model, your resources. But here are a few ideas.
Yeah, I'm listening.
First, reduce your environmental impact. Look for ways to conserve energy, minimize waste, and use sustainable materials.
Okay, yeah.
You'd be surprised how much you can save and how much positive impact you can have just by making a few simple changes.
Yeah, like switching to energy-efficient light bulbs, using recycled paper, offering reusable packaging.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of small changes. They add up to make a big difference.
What else?
Engage your employees. Empower them to come up with innovative solutions for sustainability.
Ooh, I like that.
Create a culture of sustainability where everyone feels responsible for making a positive impact.
Make it a team
Yeah,
effort.
exactly. Next, partner with sustainable suppliers. Choose suppliers who share your values and are committed to ethical and environmentally responsible practices.
So it's about aligning your supply chain with your sustainability goals.
Precisely. And don't forget to communicate your sustainability efforts to your
Oh,
customers.
yeah, good point.
They want to know that you're a responsible business. Be transparent about your practices, highlight your achievements. Don't be afraid to tell your sustainability story.
It's a great way to build trust and loyalty.
Absolutely. And remember, sustainability is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of continuous improvement.
So don't get discouraged if you don't see results right away.
Exactly. Be patient, persistent, and committed to making a difference. And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah,
There are tons of resources available to support businesses on their sustainability journey.
that's great advice. I feel like I've been given a blueprint for like building a better
That's
business.
the power of sustainable entrepreneurship.
One that's profitable, purpose-driven, and truly sustainable.
It's not just about doing business, it's about doing business better.
Yeah.
It's about creating a world where business and sustainability go hand in hand.
So you're ready to embark on your own sustainability journey. Remember the key ingredients we've talked about: long-term thinking, adaptability, innovation, customer centricity, and a commitment to social and environmental responsibility.
And don't forget to tap into your own passion and creativity. Sustainability is not just about following rules, it's about finding those innovative solutions that make a real difference.